Hello everyone, you are watching Top 10 Unbelievable Videos. The content for today's video is slightly different. Since many of you are striving to achieve financial success, we have compiled a list of 10 things that the poor do and the rich don't. It would be rather better that you take notes and see if you aren't among the people mentioned in this video. Check if there's room for improvement in your life. As always, there are plenty of exceptions since not everyone is in control of their circumstances, but being aware helps a lot. It might give you a slight edge, and who knows if you stop doing them and get closer to the goal you've been dreaming about. If you're new to our channel, you're going to want to head on over and hit that subscribe button. If you're ready to have your mind blown, ring that notification bell as well so you'll never miss another video. Here is a list of 10 things that poor people do that the rich don't. Number 1. Poor people watch a lot of TV. It's always amazing how much time poor people waste on meaningless television. It's one of those distractions that grabs you and doesn't let you go. Let's cross-check. If you know which celebrity is dating who, and if you're watching TV shows every week, as the episode comes on, if you have a favorite news channel, then you're probably watching too much television. Celebrity gossip and buzz offers absolutely no value to your life. It only serves the celebrities. Rich people aim to be on TV instead of watching it. They consider television as a way to disconnect. That's exactly the issue. You disconnect from the problems instead of dealing with them and getting them out of the way. Before we move on to the next thing that poor people do that the rich don't, let us clear what we meant by saying that poor people have a favorite news channel. You might say that you watch them to be aware of what's happening in the world or staying informed. The problem we're seeing is that TV stations are always biased in order to pick their own agendas. Instead, use the power of the internet to get a quick glimpse of what the world is like today, and move on to do your own thing. Number 2. Poor people neglect their health.
Just medicine, it's good for you.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea of taking something if I don't know what.
If you're not healthy, then all aspects of your life are deeply affected. You'll suffer physically, mentally, professionally. Health is most important, and many poor people have no interest in knowing what's in their food, what an actual healthy meal should look like, or barely know anything about nutrition. Poor people are basically ruining their bodies with large quantities of sugar and fats with no nutritional value. As a matter of fact, they cannot perform at 100% of their potential.
Give it to me.
Good.
Number 3. Poor people wake up later than rich people in their early years. Sadly, it's the truth. Poor people are often lazier than the rich people in the early days. Someone who used their youth to grow themselves is a lot less likely to remain poor later on in life. Instead, if you wake up late, don't educate yourself, waste time on meaningless activities. At one point, you'll find yourself so far behind what the world needs from you that you'll end up miserable. The paradox here is that people who don't focus on growth end up working a lot harder with little success rate later in life, just working to stay afloat. Number 4. Poor people waste time watching sports. There's really no reason for you to watch sports unless you're a professional athlete or an owner of one of the teams. It's the same with television. It's escapism from your current reality. You're putting yourself in a position where you as an individual have no impact on the outcome of the game. Zero impact. This behavior then sticks with you, and you end up as being a spectator in life instead of being a player or an owner. And that's when you start criticizing other people, when you yourself haven't done anything better. That's point number 5. Number 5. Poor people play the blame game.
Thinking about maybe writing a letter?
All right, you know what? That's it. You've had your chance.
There are some things that are out of your control, but 99% of your life is on you. Remember that you are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your relationships. You are in charge of your health. You want these to change, then do something about it. Life is not about what happens to us, it's about how we react to what happens to us. While one assumes that position of vulnerable victim, the other uses it as a growing point. The poor are always waiting for the one who can make them succeed, unaware that the ladder of success is for those who are to climb it. The rich, on the other hand, have a go-getter attitude. They take life's challenges head-on and emerge as a survivor. Number 6. Poor people have no savings.
Where's this money the Mother Joe supposedly left you?
There isn't any money. I made it all up.
One of the differences between the poor people and the rich is that the former don't get ready for what's next. Let's say something bad happens. If you have money put aside, the problem is solved and you can resume your life. And if you don't, and the situation is urgent, what do? Either liquidate an asset like your car, house, etc., or you can take a loan. For the rich, when the situation is over, they are left in the same position minus the savings. While for someone who's poor, their lifestyle has been dramatically hit or now belongs to the creditor. Having money put aside allows for growth. If you have some savings, you will entertain the prospect and benefit from it, whereas for the poor, they can't utilize the opportunity and benefit from it. Number 7. Poor people use credit for useless things.
We can't lose. No, we can't lose.
One of the main differences between rich and poor is how they make use of credit. The rule is simple. If you take out a loan that does not generate more money than the loan, don't take it. It's that simple. You should only use credit if what you'll be using it for is an investment. Want to take out a loan for a large TV? Don't. Want to use credit card to get the new iPhone? Don't. Unless you're using your iPhone to develop an app to grow your business, these items should not be on your credit card. Instead, earn the money and then spend it. Poor people also tend to spend money before they get it. One of the biggest dangers in life is spending money before you have it. The second you start borrowing money or acquiring expenses before you're able to pay them, your life begins to spiral down. Get back to work and then get it. Number 8. Poor people surround themselves with other poor people. You need people around you that inspire you and push you further. That are doing incredible things themselves. Whose success will only motivate you to exceed your current reality. You are the sum of the 5 people whom you hang out with the most. If you're surrounded with 4 poor people, who's the 5th? One of the ways people make sure they stay poor is by associating themselves or hanging out with other poor people that reinforce their poor beliefs. If you're hanging out with the same people you did when you were young, you might want to double check. Don't be afraid to step away from the crowd, otherwise your potential to excel will diminish. Number 9. Poor people know nothing about financial literacy. This is one of the key aspects that differentiate the poor from the rich. They lack the basic knowledge of utilizing their wealth.
That's what that means.
3 cents a share. That's $3.
If by chance they strike upon good luck. They don't know how to manage their newfound wealth. On the contrary, rich people know how to invest their wealth, which helps them in staying rich. Rather, they get richer over time, while the poor get poorer. Number 10. Poor people are afraid to take their influences or dreams to the next level.
Tony Roundtree.
Boom, I want it.
The game has a $25,000 buy-in.
You've surely heard that 9 out of 10 businesses fail in their first 3 years, but how many fail if they haven't been stated yet? The answer is none. Poor people will always be afraid to venture, while the rich know that they have to start somewhere, no matter how small their startup may be, in order to achieve big in life. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Also, hit the bell icon to stay up to date and be the first one to watch our latest videos.